how's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom Train. It's JJD, JJ Double J, the Illuminator here, the sweet one. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." Um, it's something that has been credited to a lot of other people. I think Teddy Roosevelt was the first one. From my research, Teddy Roosevelt was the first one it's been credited to my knowledge, to my research. But I've also heard that it's on bumper stickers and stuff like that, and it's in all different kinds of books here and there. But when you think about it, um, they're saying that 90% of people in today's world have some sort of depression. Um, and it might not be severe enough for medication or anything, but finding out that in this digital age, it's so much easier, they're saying, to be depressed because we have so much more of a chance of comparing ourselves to others. And when you think comparison is the theft of joy, most of the times we compare ourselves to others, and it's usually not in a good light. We look to see what somebody else has that we don't have, or whether it's happiness, whether it's a happy marriage, or a family, or cars, or a bigger house, or a better job, or anything like that. And a lot of times by doing that, we start to get down on ourselves because we're comparing ourselves to, usually for the most part, to people we think are better than us. Why do they have a bigger house? We work just as hard at work. How come he got the promotion? How come his wife has food on the table every night for him, and my wife doesn't enjoy cooking, and I have to fend for myself? Or, how come his kids are straight A students and my kids, are barely passing? Um, it just gets to the point where comparing yourself to other people, comparing yourself to other people is something that, for the most part, you're not going to feel better about yourself. Um, if anything, compare yourself to where you were 5 years ago. Compare yourself to where you were 10 years ago. Compare what you're doing now to what you did then. Try to better yourself by looking at your former self to say, well, I have, you know, a better car now than I did 5 years ago. Or, I have a house now compared to 5 years ago. I was just renting, or whatever. I'm making more money now, or whatever. If you have to compare yourself to somebody that you're trying to get better, and you can hold yourself accountable because it's yourself, if that makes any sense. Um, in this day and age with social media and pretty much anything you want to find out, and at the speed you want to find out, you could do so with computers, where you don't even have to sit at a desktop computer anymore. You can, have it right in your hand, and any time of the day find out almost anything about anybody, almost anybody. And it's not a great thing, because we find ourselves, if you've noticed, there's so many people that claim to be introverts now. I think it's because there's so many other people that you can compare yourself to. People get scared and they get overwhelmed, and they don't want to go out because now they're saying, "Oh, my hair is terrible, and her hair is great," or she has better glasses than me, or you know, she's more outgoing, and it's. I don't think we knew about a lot of that stuff years ago. These younger people, anyway, didn't know 20 years ago about that stuff. Not to this extent. Definitely not 30 and 40 years ago. But come on, you want to feel better about yourself. Don't compare yourself to somebody other than yourself. The race is really between you and you, because you don't want to take what little joy we have in this world sometimes. You don't want that to disappear. I mean, 90% of Americans have some form of depression, and it blows my mind. Be the 10% that doesn't. Let's get that number bigger. Let's get only 50% of America to be depressed. See what happens. Anyway, I hope this helped. Uh, just a lot to think about. I'm off to the races. I love you all. Take care. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back. I think it's time to kick this up a notch. Bam! Bam!